Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban knife style and jungle survival. Today we're going to have a look at this $10 small bushcraft and camping full tang fixed blade. I got it off of AliExpress, so we're going to check it out. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. Thanks. So as mentioned, I got this off AliExpress. I'm a sucker at just looking at any cheap knives that I can see that I think are actually of decent design and quality. And at $10, 10 US dollars, you can't go wrong with this, I think. Now, this isn't the greatest knife on earth, not even close. But if you're looking at what you can get for a $10 value from China, I think this is a good representation. I think definitely, I can tell you, it's definitely worth that 10 US dollars. Now we'll talk about what you can actually use it for. Well, first it comes in the sheath over here. It's got this design. I guess you could put it over your belt. I'm not sure what this design is. Originally, I thought you might be able to put a cord or something and maybe scout carry it. I'm not very sure about this sheath. The quality of the leather itself, I think it's probably not the greatest, and it's really thin. I don't expect this to last. So I won't carry this on a belt. Honestly, I won't use this in that way, but I would carry this in a pack and just keep it in this way, and that will last you, I think, a decent amount of time. Take note, there are no welts or anything. It's just a single stitching, so over time you might even cut through that if you are not careful as well. All right, so let's have a look at the knife itself. And here we have, let's take out the protector. There are several designs of this particular knife. They just call it a handmade forged stainless steel knife. I chose the one with this sheepfoot style blade. I thought that it's the most utilitarian in terms of what's needed for maybe bushcraft or outdoor camping needs. And I don't really have a bushcraft style knife with a sheepfoot, at least in a fixed blade that's full tang like that. And you can see it's indeed full tang all the way. So again, just by looking at this, for $10, you really can't complain. Now let's talk about a bit of the specifications first. So the blade length is 3 3/4 inches. The handle is 4 1/4 inches. The overall length is 8 inches long. That's 20 centimeters. The weight of this is 147 grams. Now I should let you know, this is actually a small knife. And when you look at the product photos on AliExpress, it might look deceptively bigger. And even if you think about the dimensions, it's almost 4 inches long in terms of the blade length. So it sounds decent, right? Like if you think about a bushcraft knife, you always try to get between a 4 to 5 inch knife. That seems to be a common sweet spot that a lot of people like. But it's actually a very small knife because just of the size. And the handle itself is also small and it tapers down. And that's, I think, a criticism for me. I generally prefer, especially if you're going to use a working knife, to have kind of a butt so that you have a good grip. But honestly, I think this was designed more as a food prep knife than really a wood processing knife. Now, I'm very sure you could process wood with this because the blade's steel and the thickness is 4 mm thick. It is really thick. The blade steel is 4CR13 stainless steel, and it is high hardness and high wear resistance, but it is a low budget steel. Okay, it's equivalent to the Japanese steel SUS 420J2 or the American 420 S45. So it is a low end steel, but it can be very tough. And if you're talking about food prep or even simple woodcrafting, absolutely, I can tell you there'll be no problems with this. The handles are made from rosewood, and these are brass pins. So overall fit and finish, again, can't complain. It's all good. You got some nice detail here to give it kind of a textured look. It is a hollow grind, and let's just see how sharp this is out of the box. Wow, that's really sharp. Now this is a 4 mm thick knife, so that's thick blade stock, but the grind and the sharpening is excellent. I mean, this is, I must say, one of the sharpest out of the knife box, out of the box knives that I felt that sharp. I can't even talk. I'm stunned at how sharp it is. That's pretty good. Now, of course, I have no idea how it will hold an edge. That's something I have to bring out for you to actually try. I would not use this for really heavy wood crafting. You could definitely carve with it, I can see, but I think its value might be just general camping tasks and food prep. I mean, it is ergonomic. Now bear in mind my hands are small to medium, so look at that. In terms of the grip, I'm barely getting all 4 fingers in. So if you have big hands, you probably can get almost a 3-finger grip. So that's something to take note of. There is kind of a pommel with a hold for a lanyard, which they do provide in this leather form. And that could be used, I guess, as some kind of skull breaker if you want. But overall, you know, for $10, you saw how it performed in terms of paper slicing test and just that overall fit and finish and the feel. I think definitely value for money knife. Now, who should buy this knife? I think if you are getting into bushcraft or outdoors, you just want some kind of a outdoor knife that is full tang and is a wooden handle, you don't want to spend much, I don't think you can go wrong with this. If you want to gift a scout, a child, their first fixed blade, I think this is a great knife as well. If you're looking for a food preparation knife for camping and you want something that looks a bit more outdoorsy, again, for $10, can't go wrong with this. So overall, my thoughts, I think this is a really decent purchase. Definitely could use it in many different ways, and if you lose it, it's $10. Not too much a big deal. Well, those are my thoughts on this knife. What do you think of this fixed blade? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.